Santi Fontam, the Macatra, me papa Munya Nasema. Abunu for Munya Santinka Mumwati. Me papa will be a war Pabunus one is ready. The NSC has set to weavers as them. Now Bunu for them to show him. Now so one word on your bully. One with your one company, one counter. Why your community? Now my hidden community.
Exactly.
Yes. Why if I come? Oh, fire. I may catch it.
History.
No, me chill now. My hidden your bully.
Bomb history.
It's 1 year so what to tell you. And general. I go in the day. You've been in the neck. You've been in the channel. Now you're almost not him feel away. It is so called a Yaguna. Say your wife in Fika Crazy one. Now I get here. Just as one of him feel. Now I'm going to be answering him feel. Now continue on him feel. Hey, my baby, more how baby. I'm not your regular guy. Don't be doing these things with me. You know, a scientific could tell you first name and you see a very much. The history, the be a memo. Why? Your country, you would just say, I could 4 pet. I come.
Oh, fire.
When you flew. Young core reforms. Almost your dear. And I'm with the atom.
Almost your
deck. Almost your name and my phone. History, no minimum history. And the people without knowledge of their history is like a bird flying without a tree to stand on. Eventually, they will die. Money baby, I'm free, but I'm better home baby. I'm say, yeah, no money baby, I'm free, but I come back on the account for you know. I had the back. Now, politics no matter as Chimo. Now, Fantania Santo want to quack. And now we're Fantane, we're touching my Scafona Mua can't state in Monshas organizing matches. I can't account for no book.
Exactly so.
Yanko. Why you if you are Schwarzenegger? Also, what the secret at 12 months. If you are no be a small, you are the million band, no matter small. Also, who cry high again? Why you say when you walk up, who be as much as everybody? Sister. If you also come in, Papa, first minute, and you be a call, a cramono. Hey, never be a honey and if you are assume some, I do maybe an argument and also. As we are the only and no one. I go in yet, smell fire. I've a general young women MPP for reforms. You have a Sarah for some. We will still talk about it.
Exactly so.
No amount of accommodation. The MPP no say I had the reforms about. So currently, Osha MPP call your polling station. And your electoral area. Now police stations in here, baby, I trouble. So what's the police station? Baby, I'm a trauma about if you just a east. It may use if you just a east. Now constituency. Now maybe a ceremony, you see a baby. Now currently, no, you were 152 police stations in the just a east. So far, also, and you call the Utabre, and you call Yamwase, Kona Udumase, Asamai, Akrofonso, Jamase, and you call Bepuase, Wanim, Nina, Wakambomwa, police stations, Makuma, 152. Now, some police stations, 152. No. Now, could do police station Bianwa, a Nipanum, and I hear you almost a police station executive. Exactly. Chairman, Mawanya, Yenina. And the MPP force a woman in Nipa me no become our police station. It's for if you just actually is for instance. A year police station be a Nipa 5. It's 152 no. It will give you a figure of 760 precisely. You police station executives in Nina. Now you police station executives in Uya. Or more mobile multimate to a Benny Binian here. A electoral area coordinators. It will fire a electoral area no. Said Agona West and Alaji Hashim Adams. Or no, offer a be passing new tower. Yes, Ayuba, or also a domain, a Dumens, or also a Bedmasi, Montreal, who could do a Mosso Kennedy, or also for Yaman for Munina. It is a Kokudia, Womunina. It will fast electoral area coordinators. You'll be true if you just a Teresa. A year 34. But I know some other constituencies were more or less. You went free so. You went free so. I'm a Sambra. You free so. Yabi yi na fibra. Eti o ya ni ade no. Omo ye over your friend say 34.
Sir.
Now one coordinator to one electoral area.
Precisely.
It can become one. 34 plus 760. It will give you a figure of I think 794.
Precisely.
So by and large, these were the people that vote.
Exactly.
And so now what the constituency executives, you know, said chairman, chairman down school, now what first vice Anyas. Now what about second vice? Now what about secretary? You can say Israel. Now deputy secretary. Woman, Yakubu Alidu. Woman, Habila assistant secretary. Habila Nesa. Anna Poku Frefre. One no near the man the most. Where you organizer. If you first a more Kanwa, say deputy organizer. I remember I could feel a general American once more woman. And woman more funty, Poku Yaba Twaba, or Kanako UK or pay BB.
Precisely.
MPP Abakan was in a way, and Gophobia almost a member, MPY, if you just a instant, or Masha said me video, say Mekan, send me none on your Nadia Mekan, Mutia, young and a degree. Now make a mechanic wheel, and I'm kind of my some of them. Mianam Kai, them kind be answer Mianam Kai. General, you know, your assistant secretary, your organizer, deputy organizer, your youth organizer, we could do Alpha. Alpha is warring, walk your money, a year, and your man who you was shining one in a deputy, and the only women's organizer, and you say, so Cindy, you're two Obama, no more for show me yet. Honestly, you can acquire a copy. As you say, a dear mammoth, more dishes, one is a kina, no more yen, no more. Yani na mwana waba a year research and elections. That is from Pon and Kofo. And son waba a year a treasurer, Nanakoku, financial secretary. And on a number of 15, 17 in number. And the MPP saw more increase, you know. And now what they are doing is that per every polling station, instead of a year 5 member per polling station, only 2. Exactly. Making 7. Precisely. So the figure will now move away from 760 to 1,064. Exactly. Now we are free. The coordinators now we are 34. Say Bismarck, say Frank James and people, Bismarck people. When we know you are free. Now come we are 34, and they are the 4 become it pay every coordinator electoral area. You are the NIPA 4 become fire. So say we are NIPA 4 pay 34 coordinate a year. That means it will be 5. Electoral area. Exactly. So electoral area biano multiplied by 34, it will give you 170. Precisely. We are trying to expand the electoral college. Expand it. Can you make a watch? After you a former DC, former MP, former constituency executives, and no more holding positions in the party. If says will be by here former DC, will be by here MP. Now after you free who only say any decision making in the party. It is wrong. Precisely. Obi ababa here constituency, police station executive. After you free what's he taking decision with the party? One come what it is wrong. It's after you bema kwai. Ama sanko phone in abeba. It will fair if just actually this constituency for instance. Yet woman in ababa kamwa. It will give you a figure of about let's say 1,500 to 2,000 people. Precisely. Whereas in the initial stage, you will be dealing with about 800 to 900 people by and large. Now from 800, when it is expanded to about 1,500 or 2,000, it is believed that a limited expansion, but included in decision making. Exactly. They make what they say. They say an MPP force will be reforms in urban or maybe general for winning now, the electoral college will move from polling station executives of 760 using a East constituency as the yardstick. Now, a job 1,064. Then they will move from a year coordinators of 34. Now, coordinators are now about 170. Precisely. Then you have former DCs, former MP, former constituency executives, former police station. So it will really expand. Exactly. Now, as to whether or not these reforms are what we need, or we need mass expansion, and one repercussions, financial constraints. It is your moyeno. So far, I am in agreement with it for now.
Precisely.
But as we progress, we must be able to have every card-bearing member of the party given the opportunity to decide.
Exactly.
But you see, and you need a database, and you pentamo any idea. General, we are no free one. Almost one of the reforms I did, and they say, "Well, more me out to aba enter." Now, I say, "Be no more years." You better national elections, near to regional, near better constituency, near so topsy turvy. That means you attend at the end. I don't know correct. You decide this, I'm decide this. So I am penny. The maker fire. You decide this, no one decide this. So I am penny.
Exactly.
Yeah, from for the penny. If the entire empire say, Samunya to national organizer, and to national general secretary, and to national chairman, and some year to police station, when you so be beyond, or be controlling the whole process out to the last member. So, so we control this process, and we don't want a situation where the party will be living in the hands of the bourgeoisie. The party belongs to the people, so we must let the people decide.
Oh no,
it's not the end of correct. When decide this, communication no of course say, you better national, near quarter regional, woman to me, and my show, be a sound in your precisely. The moment you might decide and say, Canada, Japan, Baomiane, branch champion, a cabinet Japan, one more microphone. Control party issue ya kwa kwaba ya nisubiri ye hey no correct ya nisubiri ye defeat was so massive, so we are not in ordinary times. We need extraordinary measures to deal with extraordinary times.
Exactly.
Now this is what we are doing. Ya pesa mu janto kwano 24 pound wo pe candidate wa kwa na your friend say Kofi Ofosu wono so pe ba omienti wo ni Jennifer na ko ni ade ani ase munya ni ani no free one na constitution no MPP constitution no dia kira ne say you opposition dia you better aba not later than
precisely
2 years 24 months.
Explain.
Now you better aba Ghana da bay you better be 7th December 2028. The constitution is you bet me a presidential candidate not later than it bet me a net it bet me a china name of many say a year 7 December 2024 2026.
Exactly.
That means what British constitution it's in another than Kokufado time I about opposition in 2008 by 2010 years I think August 2010 and the year so October 2010 or so so benya ample time there campaign it will do more ye and news almost the Antonin term me no more yakane sabe yakane Japan supporters Baumia supporters Cabinet Japan supporters Ombeja to Kwano I want the party ni here no de it's almost December 31st January 31st you bet to be presidential candidate me no more yakane saa de awie na ye beda na de anya no kore e maso ne maso kina eti yen konkoto ne ntem you be lusu ne so ate ne wan you be wi ni so ne agya wa ka mu nyina bom na munya ntokwa bebere no Bruce Lee Bobby, General, it's a reforms by consular youth organizer position. First, now would be detected now, and they almost my year free. Now, woman, they about 35. I was a big come on. We make a mamma and 35. No, it's a national youth authority, no, the definition of youth. I say, we're 35 from 15 to 35.
Precisely.
Now, and this is for no to me, I know Pariado Krabi youth. I want to me, Yana, and yeah, where people need back warriors. Or he say, Yamakwa Pariado youth organizer. Neophobia 1 year in the answer, you're not the no correct. But some of youth organizer now would need 35. Ubet me a year, tomorrow, 35. Won't give me your it will 35. No more but 12 youth organizer. So, album minimum quandia. No one in 35. Ubet me to be. Sounds soon as a warrior, a women's organizer, Obepa. Or your bow album, this should be able to me to be. It's regional, no. Say regional elections. Will be our region, it will be a so say youth organizer, no. Ubet me to be. So long as I won't be 35.
Precisely.
So, we are no reforms in me say, Tesco. Yabema Tescom for no. First, not Tescom presidents and one eto.
Okay.
Na afei yabema Tescom patrons abeka ho. Etu fa Ashanti region for instance, they are about 64 or so, 62 Tescom ni ade. Na concerns Ashanti regional youth for any reason. And it says, oh my queen, if the Tescom no, obo wa ofri sunyane, and obe school kumase, and obe Tescom president, and the patron. Na afei oba 8 months pe, obe sa akoni fie. Wo si de bo no mra me decide ma manfo na te wo. Eno no mo hwe ni ade. Ba yen hwe ni enya se betimi bibia for. Now the reforms are there.
Exactly.
Yeah, expanded.
Explain.
They must see it done in the say. Will be but two national and Sanya. I know the idea to my I was here. Let me try to say. I know a form for the emperor. I am penny. Reforms, you know, by and large, these are the major critical reforms. Yeah, yes. Limited expansion. Say, yeah, be any idea. After young two presidential candidate at the end of term, it is not in breach of any law because already the law is there. So we are following what the law says. Okay? The law of the constitution of the MPP says that not later than 24 months. Except that when Frank Davis moved the motion per the constitution of MPP, whenever a motion is moved, say it must take 6 months preparation. It will show moving of the motion and 6 months in January. It no movies like Yanyan December. Like a baby uncle. But the running man who quite it's running the January. January Kushia, near Tuaba, one baby party A, party B, General Secretary what the release about. It will know you are my Joe Wise committee no. Say Joe Wise and a be near this. And you have formed a committee. Says woman never show. I mean, yes, I knew many.
Exactly.
Yeah, mommy and tuning through. Why? Yeah, we near be winning. Winning so won't we? Yeah, my 10 years grow won't we? Hey, we deck. Yeah, my 10 years grow we why? Won't we? Baby, so be winning. These are the critical major reforms.
Precisely.
And you may do here, election of a year, you can say. Presidential candidate.
Exactly.
And this I ever to a bad and at the end of national officers, Yamambako.
Precisely.
Montu a interim presidential candidate in term. You say I done in one baba two national could see from the day. And you want is and you match is. If some way Sadia, you be winning national chairman. Or ambitions will be control the whole party.
Precisely. So,
not in the crop for Shema who see the last name. Today, we better transfer for 15 years. Your pedesa, Shabro Bonuti, the Yempedesa, and the Yamtrain. Why? Deck. Emon primary sin the contempt. But also, boy, they comes in the Bina, comes in the Mubina, when you campaign. Why?
Candidate.
Tony, and when you have the Dianamon tongue.
Fast.
You know, I'm a chair Dumas. Jemfi Isaac Jemfi Michia, watch Isaac is Michia, Alima to Sadia Michia, Munina, Juma Moya Franca, you, Michia Munina Franca Jemesa, the Biano Trapon Kuna, Moya, I Antidu, we are Maswanano, may coordinate about a general mosquito, we are Moise. Why me could do a Costa, many Antidu money in a coin. Michia Munina, Moya Jumanso, teacher constitution, we are Moise, one also here Juma, one is when you coordinate about the Juma warrior, no, I say, I Nanako couldn't ask Munina Moya Juma, when you're home. You know, I am sorry, I am called GTEC. I am called Embranimo. Embra set GTEC, Act 1023.
Precisely.
You can't act no so shambra or parliament. Not parliament is shambra. The tosso, yet will be at 1030, at 1023. That means the 1023 law ya pass it. Ghana's parliament. It will forbid 1994. Act 494. Act 49 89. There's a tosso 494. It will for bibi to say Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960. Yes, Act 29. That means Mara Ghana say it was 29 no. Say be Alpha Act 25 the Companies Act in India. And Mara tosu 25. It's Mara Ghana say from 1969 in year for Woodino. Ebesin net. The tosu 1023. Hey Mara is setting up GTEC.
Precisely.
Na GTEC no what man say. Yanko share a year there be Danny. And you will call the functions of GTEC under section 7L. As from section 7 no answer. As I had about 36. 36 near the criminalization of a year's idea. You can say a chunk of computer moya. Yatukoma, Mungo school, Engawe, it's so the doctor, so we a professor, so we a gayo, and Brad says so go school. Now you're title.
Exactly.
I feel me a bedroom baby. And this is where sorry will be a bit also. Tango computer. Near here, then you were the first one for the other in the right in the bra. After Tango computer, and what the Abba say, were your doctor, sir. And I did take a truck, can't command and for Tango computer, I bet you so. And no more my year near dinner. Yes, when you title, and this is for no. No more sound rubber, doctor near the home, so someone goes school, I just go back. And I did take an actual character. Now, you're so far. Any party take actual character, then follow me and Sanya Comrade, follow me. Yansha Nipa GTEC, Dr. Tanko computer, when your doctor baby, according to GTEC. If it's a GTEC and a war, a year to me, a back say, you may read what the Constitution says. So GTEC a true character, and your common crophobia, when you have a doctor, it's one co school. To be a doctor, you must have studied for about 3 to 4 years. And son, why a doctor by book? Now, doctor, you are also medically. You must have spent the time of about 7 years as a medical doctor. What do you mean? Download your free network. Download it. What you say to Maswa? We are Dr. Tanko computer. Who said no, say Kings to know a year. Kings don't know what here. I try you. Kings don't know what here. On the patent, maybe a Kings to know. Or say online. Online is your way and Rechiano Crechi. Now you better say a criminal actor now. Per Act 1023, Section 36, you know. You better precise. Say, I didn't know Dr. Tanko computer here. That's a burden on criminality. And even in failing of forms, that's how the question saw your doctor. Our brother when your doctor. Oko Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960 anymore. You were forgery. You were defrauding by false pretenses. It is when your doctor said you were paying according to GTEC when your doctor. And so there was why your doctor. See your whole minister of communications. I'm more yes, acquire good. There is only one computer. Then if you get a video, no. Some judge very irresponsible character. Some judge. Very irresponsible character. Such an irresponsible comment coming from a whole minister of state. Precisely. When Obia would demand for any, someone know your gift for a dear boss. Now, I dad a man for on your doctor, so a doctor. No man for any raise questions. Or they come and catch a man for no question, we idiot for questioning him. And for a minister of state who should know better, he says that there is only one computer, whether your doctor or your doctor. We have brought a democracy in the governance so low that people are no more held accountable for their actions. Me the other man for on your doctor, also your doctor, and we get a minister of state endorsing such impunity. Precisely. Impunity. Say whether the PhD or no PhD. So that means the arrogance of power. Just a man for a question, no. Or me and Wasia for. Yes, sir. Oh, fire. You know, man for a Wasia for. So more question, no. So your doctor now, when your doctor. Yes, sir. And these are the people leading us. Precisely. So I'm saying, commercial. Exactly. Okay, you bet you are Tanko computer. On your doctor. Daniel, for young for Mama can know when your doctor no GTEC actual come for my picture, but 1 year. One picture 1 year. Coco, you pay so generous animal. I was your first never patrol. After a year, sir, Papa, Professor Adom Ofori elected. One year professor. GTEC, no more pay professor and doctor. Unko Sukunwe. Deck. Unko Sukwe. Unko Sukwe. Mama downloaded your trouble. Professor. When so honorable Dr. Desmond de Graft paid to us. One year doctor. GTEC say one year doctor. 1 year issue. What is shine issue now? What per campaign? Honorable doctor, you know what it says so. Now one goes to Kua. Where is here now? Call you. One also MP for Wutu Senior East. One also has another doctor. And what they are told us is Dr. Phyllis now call you. I'm a brother on your doctor. GTEC, so when you then this is here somewhere. Expose them. And you by force. Shortcuts are by. One download the doctor and say, one goes to Kohe. Now call you. GTEC, so when you should expose them. And then if for last one, bro. When you say near me. Tango computer. And I know about one so doctor here by your money body. Why the doctors were doctor? Tell this Mukosuku Nuya. Day. Ora Collins that way. One cast why doctor baby. And so Collins that they are competent enough. That's me holding portfolio, sir. A minister of works and housing, minister of this year. By force says your doctor. Media doctor. Minko Casabia doctor. We make Kenya, they say me we me master son. Na me friend me young could be Dennis and you na me and I'm say, Dennis, me inquire me doctorate and now me Koshian law. If Dennis and one with Dimatos and Kangasia Samanchra. Now want to honorary lawyer. So honorary doctor the other. Now honorary lawyer, what to be done? It took Koshian the intimate honorary. Now we call Crano. Lonnie, enough for more. I was Camilla Jai. I'm friend me uncle back. I'm your uncle for the woman of my green you. Me friend Coco Secretary. I'm Coco. I didn't Yamejai. Additional no attend. No, besides, I'm saying I'll call from time to time. I'm so me call from a 5 to an 9. No, they say 2 years. As I 5 to an 9, they be another bed. Was a severe at the beginning. Marco Chamber be a tribute. I guess you so. Nemo Mamenka was a Uko 1 go 5 years in the Baba. Nemo a bar. The result of so 2 hours so quite a see a before lawyer. And he said the result of so 1 to us 1 go. And he said, be annoying and some kidney. I say, the choices yours to decide. Exactly. I'm saying, I'm trusting my penny and buy a real mono. I can't 1 year near you. And Timonco school, Nibi. A man could be a Tom Jessica de Chian Kobi. Can the chance to copy pass? Hey, let him know. Hey, Macobio, it's a bonus. General, we say in the call level 300 in the law, Kempa law, you may be in check. Timonco. Download, you know. Now, GTEC war. The mandate say Oko section 7L of Act 1023. And if I'm read this section 7L of Act 1023, near the criminal aspect of Adiano a year, and people must be prosecuted. Exactly so. People must be prosecuted. Can you first never 7L no? Now already a year Act 1023 no. 7L make a be done project and term you reading now. You want some breaker. You want some be sir. You know, and I want for no man. Your first Danny. Project in you ready. Now, section 7L of Act 1023. That is a day. Yanko. Don't project in a minute. Daniel, so sent in an uncle forecast or NDC. It's a very 7L no. Danny project Yanko. So they are to show with your mano. Danny, and I'm in my van to show. Wait, the MCJ that you. Danny, wait, we can be a sabo show. You better 7L near ready. A year 8L near Dinina. Danny, okay, maybe I told you project near reading Yanko. Now already Act 7L of Act 28, Section 7L of Act 1023. Or say, the regulatory functions of the commission, which is GTEC, include to A, you already know, verify authenticity of all certificates, diplomas, and degrees upon request. The functions of a GTEC, maybe a mature criteria. As one which me authentifies authenticity. Say, you will a tango computer, what say, where you know your doctor for a certificate to acquire Dr. Fabra. And only a man in a cherry. Now, Section 8 of Act 1023. Then he projected Section 8, and media justice here projected. Now, Yonko. Section 8, Nesse, Genio, 84D. 84D say the commission is responsible for the accreditation of Ebra 4. Or say the commission shall A, that is Yanka A, Nunka D, no Yanko D, regulate the use of higher education nomenclature and titles, including university, college, emeritus, professor, doctor, chartered, and related terms. That is the project. Now you read it. You better read Section 8.4D. Teach them. You read Section 8.4D. So the commission, the Juma Section 8.4D, na reading. Or see the commission shall D, regulate the use of higher education nomenclature and titles such as college, university, emeritus, professor, doctor. So your commission, so now your commission is so to me say or recalling say wo a tanko computer or my first or doctorate in Fabra. I'm power for my fire. Now you Section 36. Now you read Section 36. 1 to D. Now you shall 1 D to G near radio. It won't say the tanko computer, it is a criminal offense. Precisely so. Then Yanko Section 36 a 1 D to G. So already Section 36 or say a person or who not Yanko 1 D. Then it's zoom in, let the people read. Zoom in. So it's Section 36 1 D. And then or say a person or who D refuses to comply with the request of information made by or on behalf of the commission. D denies access to relevant records for information made or on behalf of the commission. Denies access to obstruct a person authorized by the commission to obtain information. Provides information which that person knows is false or does not have a reason to believe it is true. Commits an offense. A tanko computer. Some information or the mark commission a false. So he commits an offense. Exactly. Why are we not arresting him? That's some judge work cancel. So whether PhD or no PhD. Tango computer. Discipline. This is criminal act. Exactly. And he must be arrested and prosecuted. And so now to so until now, your mama, cast 1 second, was still a 1 second. Hey, when you remember I'm calling for no scam government, criminal offense. The tango computer and then go for a criminal offense under Section 36 of Act 1023. And so still I know yet your mama so far on Pamono. Some judge be endorsed no. I can't tell my voice. Some of my whether PhD or no PhD, he's still computer. Just look at that. Such disrespect, such arrogance of power. Exactly. Tango computer must be arrested. Precisely. Prosecuted. Exactly. With his accomplices. Your man is a criminal. Exactly so. And we are a nation of laws. The law. The law. Precisely. Now, General, you're sorry, now a travel ban on Ghana by the United States. So there is a potential travel ban. So now the United States are banning countries. And it's almost a review 36 countries. 36 countries in Ghana to 16. So Trump administration considers adding 36 countries, including Ghana, to its travel ban. Why you say wow America say Trump with the Ghana for can when you been called. When we are more Ghana on Timin Kubu. Donald Trump are dear or person. And you was as another or person, yes, sir. Danny, to America, Opa, Gonya Binku. America show the heaven on earth. Hey, Okobi, I'm moving Kangwas as a much. American, one more uncle. How many saw a gun and you called your mouth? He said Donald Trump, and Trump, you're not John Foreman, a domain market, and a Macola for Macola for Nasatum. Say, oh, he didn't pass here, you know. But who can't tell why you cry any other. And no, yes, was in young Quawa town. One more year, Wednesday, the mayor ready. The main function next week Wednesday. No more data. Next week Wednesday. May you now want to tag Traders Association in Ghana. Or no swap frame. So, what buy your best swat say, you know, your baba. Was young in a better chow your man. I catch a general Nico officer. Sure, no more won't be a better 222. The more general, they be a man at Trek. Was it Jim never in your bet you'll be a shoe tutu, and my shoe, member shoe nearly, or be more be a tutu. Wednesday show near Quayana Macola. Why? You come on, Mushak on my unit. Macola for man, make on my unit. No, I'm so you bet some on your money and yes, Tiagia near the Abri Street for travel ban nebeba. Near said the bay at Genesee. Now you were Donald Trump coca simbi. Now for Mammy Omoko. Danny Fatuso. Now Mammy Omoko, the truth say Ghana is considering. You also Donald Trump better yanka. Hey, Kokamba Kaye. Mommy. At the right time, we will take action. Vice President warns of Trump's say US it. Mama aid to no man Trump is with him. I have a woman's get debut. After your Vice President to say Donald Trump, at the right time we will take action. Yes, you will come back here. Mommy. I've been the one I will come back here. Trump is one of them. Hey, come back here. Mommy. I'm sorry, Trump was a move forward to some way I can punish you. I feel your one, you honorable Joe, His Excellency, Malam Joe, Malam Yohani, so say. And I know a South African president will call America Donald Trump Jojo. And Trump's unfounded attack on Cyril Ramaphosa was an insult to all Africans. Diplomatic relations. You don't get hostile to a catch them, so I didn't know could you trouble like and what repercussions.
Exactly.
And what implications. So to be sorry, now I'm close to embassy say because I'm going for a more honor, a MPP 40, you're paying for a question. It's my tomb. I shut it down on the orders of Amatella. I shut it down. We don't do that in diplomatic circles.
Precisely.
The moment you shut down your embassy, it is a hostile relationship you have with the hosting nation.
Let them know.
So the host nation for your embassy, and your US government. And when you take such actions without having to engage them, whether through note fibers or through proper writings, it is perceived as a hostile relationship you have with them. And the minimum can say. For a man be there's evidence to the effect. And go for a break him. Sakura now, my Romunia. Etiabaya said we are serious. Oba what's what call lunch Black Star event in one way. Oba say Nkrofoba. Meanwhile Washington. Baby Nkrofo, she come black community all over the world. I will introduce a mirror of justice. You come black community all over the world. Okuja trouble. America has the largest financial power to come and invest. After Okuja trouble. Yetwa was baby Nkrofo ni betimi anya pesa abakuru. Shutting it down. I'm an uncle for him. So a month for visa. 6 weeks, 7 weeks in it. And for 3 months. 1 year, friends. All because of your recklessness.
My grandma just died in Jamaica. I am devastated. I want to go home for her funeral and I can't because of the Ghanaian embassy in Washington, D.C. I hope this message finds all Ghanaians and especially the Ghanaian embassy. I sent off my passport over 6 weeks ago to the Ghanaian embassy in Washington, D.C. to get my Ghanaian visa renewed. It has now been 6 weeks later, and I have not received my passport. I have called the embassy, nobody answers the phone. I have emailed them, nobody answers an email. And when I'm online trying to get an update from their chat representative, they are telling me they cannot help me. You promised, and I paid for a 15 to 20 day service. It is now 6 weeks later. I have emailed you stressing that I have a death in my family and I need to get home, and nobody can give me an update on where my passport is. This is unacceptable.
We unacceptable. What the visa application go to Washington. Why am I? If you could just say, well, no, not getting mono. Shutting it down. Time open will be. What kind of irresponsibilities and recklessness is that how governance is done? Because I'm for a more perceived to be a yes, a Paris, a Pamo Munina,
exactly.
And then one of the man falling to Quambra. Black communities in the year of retainage or Mumra. Maybe on Benya Visa, so clan way. So basically, visa fee mawa on a contractual relationship. And when you are not able to honor that contractual relationship without any proper communication, you have breached the contract. So a breach of psychological contract. And you sit there, and this is our foreign minister. And so I father to so or can brofuni na actually said obesia your foreign ministry na wait. Washington, I don't know. So much Donald Trump say, and you 36 countries, you know. I want to say Ghana, when you see to the more become to consider. I never know. And the brand Ghana in the eyes of the diaspora. It's imagine a black American be, and now say African American be a swammer. Now I apply for visa. Now 6 weeks in 7 weeks. When most of them communicate here. I go the papa money. Where you are mono. I feel back on my tomb to be a woman. You bet my tomb, dear. Kofa Kofi Paka was Paka woman Sandusi Kanwa. Say my auntie, yes, Mudima Tama, yes, and Kakra.
One district,
one factory. When you be a mambi. As a minion, Mamma Munya, Sadiq Adam, so would you matter? A baby drum be. As I might remember when you be a pa. On Betty just a coach, no multimatum. Never sad, dear baby. Name is my idea. Nama by Quadian of the end, me, I'm a party Quadian of the end. Satamo Potemso, Cadachio, you won't see that, Cadachio, and then Danisha Modia, Cadachio, Konya credible, Mushim, and you're credible. Ubionya credible, and Munya the voice, a Cassatia Nabai, Munya the voice of Cassatia Nabai, Munya Bibo, Steve Wonder, more America, maybe I've been away, make us send him a warning. Was it just a Dennis and Kwani can encourage you, my call on Nababa. That's why you assignment Nanya that Jababa. I'm okay. Fire. I was Eti Yamra Sharaf for some.
What was the Sharaf? Roman father Sharaf.
Yedikai. I was Bo Kofi, you could do something, Bo Ujay in Kakrana. If I'm breaking, she Ojai. That if you many uncle, the language is free. Amor. I'm more fire. Alright. Baby, I need. And I'm saying, I'm going to Sharaf as him. It's in the way. Yantibida. Boxers and a day. I mean, kind boxing once him. Now, sports journalist for no day. I mean, cast was once him. And a morning show for near churches come over. Or more dedicated theatre. Because my Oka Sharaf as him. Now, Sharaf for the Moja chair doing a Hawaii. Or Johnson, the crude oil. Magana. Give me a car or did your mamma say? A good father body. You bet me a car. One and a mamma, there is a problem with it. The moment said your mamma, and then a mamma, there is no problem with it.
Precisely.
In the picture, free so. I'm not against or no boy.
No, never.
I am not against him. Let's take that record clear. It's not about the guy.
Exactly.
And make some catch it up. No offer. And then the dance. Now, when you say confidence, so we can't say, I'm into me. And confidence, so buy it. And my say, when you knew about Lodina, the men cannot say, tomorrow, Lodina, men cannot say for a while. And was I didn't offer a seed here by to me, come and come you.
Roman father.
And to have confidence. Oh, guy was even over those be free. Confidence with me about Lodina, we know, and Sharaf for them, but you are more free. Just down Crawford and your man, can be school. You
Precisely educated
in your Sharaf. Name on a content of uniform when ye join the uniform. I go as well, my view, and my content uniform when ye. It's one Malam, you had it one day, mine to be uniform one. And I know I'm in the answer for JNDC Casa. One of those who press the mamma from the uniform side. As I for Jay. Auntie and ye, one day, mine. The Afe almost say, Makobisa say, Sharaf Jessica way. Nano Grano, a passing comment.
Exactly.
Yana Miamcas on Baby Chumanapa, it's Yenai. I've been so, Sharaf on any papa, any papa, Yan Ibrahim Mama, no more is candidate. Now go for the normal, the bush of no book me. Kubena no mobile and son or mobile, Bemo. Now be an Anabe Chief Justice, a Kufa and any papa, Chief Justice of the Republic. Akufado, Chief Justice of the Republic. Akufado, Papa, President of the Republic. What's the saying? Money what it takes to open a restaurant.
Precisely.
Hypocrisy become
pound for pound.
Hypocrisy become
exactly so.
A bubble nutrition. And why I can't be Akufado, because it was wrong.
Precisely.
This whole idea. Say a true Abama Obia. Nana Bushia phone in the Musa. And as a nation, we are accepting that nonsense as a norm.
Exactly.
What nation is this? Yatwa Bamobi. All of a sudden, when I hear foundation. Now, why? Omo opposition who foundation da. Nana Yirti Foundation, now in the number, your private companies. So, woman, I'm supporting. It's a green Hawaii. When I took home and Mbekase, I could find a $25 million contract. I'm an Basso on Conco Penty, a year you were at work. I could I catch them, say, and you won't know a new contract here. Now, your private companies now, as soon as
precisely.
What's the one printer? What I want to be for a contract in a but I know Kurano, they will problem with it. If only a president bar, now private individual, so pay sponsorship, private individual or interest. It was the sponsor.
Let them know.
We also are watching someone and say, binding against them. And you want to tell oil. So best sponsor Sharaf by virtue of Sharaf being in close proximity with the president. So how are we accepting the norm? So be Papa president. All of a sudden, that person can be going around soliciting for funds from it will cost money 2 million Ghana cedi, 2 million 5,000, and you are using it as a yardstick because of who for the
exactly so.
Sharaf on Nina Sadeya, Sharaf organize boxing. Kama. It box and for say, me and Kamasem. It is even an affront. I deal with Ayanim Kwasiama Mwankasa as a nation. Omaya Yatimwa, your Ghana Boxing Authority, your Sports Authority, National Sports Authority, your Ministry of Sports, also Ghana Boxing Authority, National Sports Authority, Ministry of Sports, huge national institutions, on which we organize boxing a year. Just a sharaf and a co-organizing. Great. When you're correct. So anyway, you say, Obi use state power and you're building him, and you're wrong. And Obi use state power and you're building him. Yankee and Trump. Over Kamina, Sadiq Adams say, you organize it 2024. One name said 2024. John Mahama was a potential president. And don't forget, John Mahama has become a president before and now coming. So by virtue of so, yeah, even former president in alone. And on your friend be a influence peddler. What you want to can say, second the chair can the Enkabida. Sashara for your boxing at the end. Why are there? There's nothing wrong. Maybe can say why are there? Now, so said there now no more year, you know, you'll be some of the same question. Muslim Chibida. I don't know Chibida. But Mutubi because I shut up. Me and my shut up for your name target. I'm questioning a year, say the papa. You're two ideas about Mobia. All of a sudden, I wish you are all near Ram morning. Young Concord video, President Mahama, actually, India will see Bukum Arena. Young Concord. So you will realize that President Mahama, the vision, I know what your president want to say, Obama Bukum Arena, I be your sponsor here, a boxing for Nina, Bayajuma. Precisely. Instead of you state institutions, Ghana Boxing Authority, Ghana Sports Authority. Now, all their builders are there, or the Nebane, their builders are there. And almost me a question because they're why are they successful? Yes, it is okay. Now, a whole sports authority, Ghana Boxing Authority, and the sports ministry, Kofi Adams, someone to me organize a year successful boxing match, and to me for Anthony Joshua Madia. And I'm also one shut off the ministry. Some Funubano. We are so quite the I've almost been to fire them. Because a sharaf, the Kufuado Badie, who could be a restaurant near Trantro, restaurant, yes, 6 million. How many Trantro? I mean, you too. You can't say, I'm permanent. Kufuado Banamon and Mamma Moon. If so, yes, idea. Young Congo code of conduct and no Jomama and Angasanima. And I didn't show Jomama video. I walk as the intro see Bukum boxing arena. It's a way, yes, I will so promoting boxing. Make a nano, Yamiagas and Bukum. Or no swab a cabby, as I'm not rich. Why are no cano? Somebody will be castle feeling me pa. It's why and when it matters. Or Mama Canadian. I eat a policy, the true one from Penny, no, it matters. And I see Joshua Clot in the ideas and you're very at the Chenia. I get here. Joshua Clot, oh, boxing millions of dollars. Once you may be a mammy promoting Ghana boxing. Now, a Sukonuma will Nana now say, one may promote Ghana boxing.
What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame.
Joshua Clot is one TV. I didn't know so you have a lasting solution. It was China as a president, Mama Bani the one. Obedient to me promoting boxing you. Near you so state institutions, like a boxers and Muhuatomo. And then I make a Montiasi. Then I make a Montiasi for pound. I never know. Coin. Near Kano Musa. I never know. Who is the morning? And Rana Yakufadoba, Yanaka Setia, and then Sharaf. And I'm saying it's not even about Sharaf. Never. It could have been me, it could have been General, it could have been anybody. Precisely. So it's not about Sharaf. Exactly. But it is the idea here to Obama Obia. All of a sudden, the bush of Ford Ramuna, also a private institutions and a sponsor. It's Italo Oil. Now, what's Sadiq Adams who free this sports at here? It is Sadiq Adams can say, can you miss one correct? Say, now, what truck at Talo Oil on Bema sponsorship for sports. And you free home for a second. Let's pretend that your mama and your Sharaf Papa, our young president. It is Sharaf free truck at Talo Oil and one sponsor. Even among Kanakuresa. So by proximity to power, he's using it for other Nyama. Yakan was say you're wrong. Exactly. So Sakufado Yenya and then your mama by ya and yet
wrong.
What's the Yankee Anutu?
That's what they know.
Ghana Boxing Authority. So would Anthony Joshua by some good one. And then you know, side to her. Danny, there's a video I made sure I said you see Bookie Anthony. Anthony Joshua making appearance. Sometimes what charge even $2 million.
Precisely so.
$2 million.
Oh, the people.
Before so, and I'm going to buy the president, free. And they go free. Imagine the situation.
Appearance fee.
Appearance fee. Or charges sometimes as high as $2 million.
Exactly so.
I can say, when you state institutions in Ofanya, what's the when you state institutions? You have me a lady. And you're papa. Anthony Joshua, one year charity organization. Oh, yeah, event now, Pessoa Bana, Mount for any Bidiachira. Said, will buy a mount for any Diachira. Munyusu National Sports Authority.
Exactly.
Munyusu Ghana Boxing Authority.
Oh, no.
And Munya Simuno.
Hypocritical people.
I never know. Sharaf so and I know Sadiq Adams who no sponsor in the court report to say a Sharaf no or a footballer born or Bobby way or Bobby da bay and all of a sudden you're champions and you ever see a boxing question or no near baby no see that you're wrong.
Exactly.
You must state institutions in championing. Sabaya watching us your mom and near Bayamua. Still, I'm boxers and Mohammed Tomo. They can be a Buama. Moment to and I'm saying this year from winning tea. There comes a day. You're very ready in your book. And yet, you want them to now one very record the chain of a book. For what you a title about. And I got say, Mressase, maybe record the chair. Then we will run me and I remember. Okay, I'm so now you'll be destroyed and you're not. Meaning why people are so fixated on being destroyed or being. And something must be destroyed anyways. Somebody must be destroyed anyways. Why do we live in a world where we feel so self-important? Said you can't be now no check for Sadia can be a check. Oba ya wo de sharaf ne namu a wo tu kwan kura na the expense of the taxpayer na de ne ka hoko me kan na jaye yes sir and we are accepting this nonsense aban yenya to abama aban na president baya na ne wo fa se me bie foundation ne na me bie foundation ne yire me bie o ya so da bi private institutions that support me why they need private institutions because we are closer to power until we support you
expose them.
Sharaf no one kasa so onye president mama a oye president ba o choro krata ko bebi obebu ano so o use on one kasa ni position no
Precise
to intimidate people.
Exactly.
What's a yanka yanko code of conduct na president mama e choro ye dem ministers e wa bra wo no ani so yanko go here 1.5 code of conduct yanko here point 1.5
read it to them.
ni reading chire wo
So
it was ministers more involve your families which will likely or is likely to conflict. Them among your families and the number which is likely to conflict. And when you fire or money will ban the diagro and your banner no penasem by virtue of the fact that Obama a papaya president
expose them.
It is all could be some be or money say because one former president watching no. President Mama can say in all of these dealings on far phone and free will be introduced to the banner. Is that no influence peddling? Is that no influence peddling? Are you not using this position as a president to influence some of these things? What you come on Yanka? Here come your mother. I'm a someone come and so I'm and I hear the Sharaf for the movie Vitiano. But the Sharaf for your day, but they don't want to pack.
Oh, funny.
And you're wrong. A good father banner here and you're wrong. Sakufano so no sin and this wadi won so be ma creative art na ko so nya sa
Precisely.
it will buy na ne ba no so bo creative art and no cassette ai and then your mama sin and this wadi won so boxing oba ye ne ba na eligi and then mo so me cassette mushim
Mr. Dreamer.
I never know now you read the code of conduct Danny biamuni read the code of conduct
Read it.
Danny biamuni you read the code of conduct. Now, what your code of conduct, Mama Mfona? Was a conflict of interest may be direct or indirect in nature. Your code of conduct, no. The president, Mama, and the ministers, so was a conflict of interest may be direct or indirect in nature.
Precise.
And may arise due to influence and power of the minister. The minister holds. So the influence and the power of the president is where Talomodi who sponsor neba. Yes, Montiasi, Montiasi. Pakawosi, wait a make a data. Also may arise due to the influence and power of the minister holds, both in his or her sectorial responsibilities as a member of the cabinet. B, may be pecuniary, that is arising the minister's direct financial interest, or non-pecuniary involving a family member or close associate. So, if you are a family member or close associate, it will be perceived as conflict of interest.
Let them know.
We are private individual, sponsorship, we are private in sponsorship. And you say we should continue as a nation with this behavior. Is that how we want to build a nation? I feel when you're president to be a bar, in Baraba could pay BBK, well, and you're boxing, inside I don't know your creative arts, and then the way the boxing. But I could be a bar. Only the Dua Yanis were to your chicha draws mama. As was one woman, one panty. It's a private individual, so moment I'm a sponsor. I have a more sponsor via when you're 10 million. No, the more one city pen more no keep it yaka. So using state power to build their own children.
Precisely.
And most say no, me I accept it because me I am me. How is that I am here?
Never.
President Mahama is so generous. You want to be done. The entire you want to be done. Say, Obi Awa be former president. Now also buy it. President. It's even when you're former president, enough to influence some of these things.
Precisely so.
It's your year 2024. Whoa, is Sadika Zubusa. Sharaf, when you're the Papa President Mama, and Kaoba also be person that can but can Ukrainian want to go to the I never know. You go read 1 point, identify the other one, you reading near rally
to them.
Point 1.53. You go read the rally. What's the interest of family and personal friends? Public perception is critical factor in maintaining trust and accountability. And I'm sure President Mama, the code of conduct. Also, public perception is a critical factor in maintaining trust and accountability in governance. It is a President Mama Yahweh say public perception is a critical factor there. What does it send to the public?
Ask him.
I never see more Bianca was. I'm sure code of conduct. President Mama Troy, it was the ministers. Him one word and the bend is fire the president.
Above the law.
Also, a conflict may arise if a minister's family member or personal friend that derives or is perceived to derive. So it's not even about deriving, but the perception of deriving.
Exactly.
What President Mama say? Minister or more family members, a conflict may arise if a minister's family member or a personal friend derives or is perceived.
Indicates them.
Its perception in itself is enough. What's the minister's in this? Perceived to derive some personal, financial, or other benefit from a decision or action by the minister or the government. It will be it's not a perception. So we use government and all. After we see ministers in condition, what kind of country is this? And it's intellectual firepower debate.
Exactly. That's what we want.
Monfa here superior argument.
Precisely.
Nakwasiani abwana baga bigano watetana na ngadipa ntana ngwanya dai. Oga masi wenim say didi me matem. Onsia de. Onsia. Oga bi ontramba baga biga kan baga biga sa 16 years. No intellectual firepower.
Angels. Angel ben and obenanti.
Angel ne we nante.
Bisebio moini.
Menino na we minua aye dia yi na yi wo ko kan me wasem na ho ye me hina me mfa course bi na be me mfa course bi an hini say wa ko tena wo di matem ni ade I won't come in that lane with you koko sua de
Precisely
sua na me kan ye no so there be when am border on conflict of interest na mo my border on this borders on that borders on this then you bring another argument I'll bring counter argument san ye no
precisely
yes and end won sua wo I be bad like you. And we've gone past that stage. I am above that nonsense. What I say?
Sabe bebe.
It's a monster idea. We me and me prove ya code of conduct 1.5.3. Now we see interest of family and personal friends. The perception of people derived in the Quran is against the code of conduct.
Precisely.
President Mama doing the mabit me and the name. Nemo ministers and manu munu and women in the no more. What kind of country is this? Munyansi muno.
Sabe bebe ohini.
Sharaf, it's got nothing to do with you as a person.
Never.
Let's get that clear.
Precisely.
I don't hate you.
So.
Now you see me nyako yupuku. For MPP. Just want to see you support a good thing. Why does it mean support a good thing?
Why?
Mrs. State institutions were why I see you so.
Sabe bebe.
Oh my governance here full load. I never cheap governance in this country. You accept stupidity. Or in the name of say, Obi a Tuaba Mobia, the Bush for betting me a Bigumaya Dumpia. Near Tuaba Momo. Not because you people thought say a problematic. It was because Yaman and Amo benefited.
Exactly.
Jaffa Yaman Kwana made the same thing or even worse.
Pound for pound.
Eboa, have you did me matter? Not him never stop me. Muntia.
No she.
Munyana Crocronia Delcra, cannot be one more change your way. And Joshua Crotty, or send it in.
Sabe bebe.
Put me move out, which I will come for some Konamia. Oh, my young building institutions. Watching as a Sharaf knew what? President Mamma knew what? Boxes and better surviving.
Sharafa is studying
I've been men a Kuma Monomosa, you can say, you, if you don't know and you talk about boxing. Now the boxing is a Kosovo.
I am a punk sabu.
One eye punk.
Joshua Crotty.
You shall cut him, also grab me up. The boxers, I know you got this clear. I'm not against anybody helping you to promote. I'm saying we should use the right channels.
Told them.
Yeah, let me go there. Won't you say now so pay Sharafa 70 and they make an make sense to you? Abu Mianga Samabu and Nano Bonyum. Until you make a way as Nabu the Antiasi. Yes, you bronkuma, a good shred, no credit to Kuma could do. Never saw a bribra. It's a memory sassiano. The more yen a betcher, said in Bay Aquatos. Now, Momo, Mamma, fasten on one and no. A better baby, you can. You will be out for us, and we run it in Munai. May Sharaf de Negran so frame Kami Jaka.
Sabe bebe.
Nemo Miriam Winty, must have a two munchen.
Sabe bebe.
Mobia Rimra. Mupa, you just come on, Upaka was my consent be. Now, while young was some no. Ama Wunyaska. Say we could be a week on week. Fellows of Squatch be home. Mamma Beardy. To me, beard to Mamma.
I understand one fact.
Was it? Or sort of Kadachi.
Also,
4 years in the war, says I got 3 years, 4 months. About
Papa be.
the Wapapa. I want to me and so mudia. Said you should toy a Sunday we are bar. One where we are free from that. Namudia, a good for the chairman. Your mamma come on campus, a sembia. Nemo and Mama, darling boy, you're my cry. Bagabiga. You cannot come to Java. I know necessary. Mugabe, you know necessary.
Precisely.
You're not way at first, and Ukrainian so said now, China now obey Okalachi Jani and Ukrainian so. Now, but tell you, Sugar, and a baby day. After all, you himself by cook Akasakuji, Samin Koji Lokasa. The difference is clear.
It is clear.
Do him answer, do him answer. The man for Nana would me the dear Kufado, I'm a mona tamsa. Me bro Kufado, the engine of Kruma. Satan name of the told. And the moment more after me.
Short memory